Hello, welcome back, everyone. It's good to be back. I know I've been probably about 2 weeks now. Been very busy, real life. Good to be here. Excited to get back into playing some Fab. Excited for the new set. Been a fantastic time with my pre-releases. I've done two of them so far. There's one more Thursday that was pushed back because of the Spider-Man pre-release, which I heard did not have fantastic attendance. I can't say I'm thoroughly surprised. Not that I'm a Spider-Man hater. I love Spider-Man. You can tell because I got the Spider-Man collectible stuff back there. Literally my favorite superhero. But it's sad to see, But that your favorite hero in a game you used to play collided, and it was not the best. But that is what it is. And we are here now. We are live. We are going to play some Talishar games. I'm thinking we're going to try out Pleiades. We're going to talk a little bit about the new heroes. I would like to try out Lyeth, mostly because he looks like so much fun. But then we're also going to do OpenCC for Arachne Mario as well, given we have time. I am planning to go till 7, like normal. We're going to give that a shot. Why is that being so weird? I do not know. We're going to give that a shot. We're going to have a good time. And yeah, so let's go ahead and make sure I'm on the right webpage. That way it doesn't show the wrong stream overlay, because I've had that issue sometimes where it goes, the stream that I've got over here to make sure that everything's stable has appeared over here, and then I had to go and change the settings. And that's always a good old fun time. But here we are, once again, back up. Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? It's quiet. Too quiet. So let's go and put this on. I knew you always forget one thing. Okay, and then if we go to where the overlay for music is supposed to be, we can delete that. And there we go. Okay, we got it up. Fantastic. I knew I could fix that easily. It just took me way too long to do. Okay, so we are looking stable. We are good to go. Like I said, the first thing I'm going to try, I think, is going to be Pleiades, the Bard, non-Bard. If you watched the Card Guys game against Team Blue Pitch, this should be a very familiar deck list, as it is a 1-to-1. I am looking at it, and I do quite enjoy a lot of this. We're going to try it out as it is. Maybe we'll stick around with this for a little bit, make some future changes, but for now, I think the goal is to just have a fun time. We're going to do OpenCC, no restrictions, and yeah, we're just going to go for it. I accept. Good luck and have fun. -IO. No. Probably not. I'm just gonna go with the base. I don't think you draw a lot of cards, and I'm not really worried about rune chance. So we're just gonna try it with just the basic. Okay, so you're going to go for Boom Grenade. That's fine. End of turn, we are going to play out The Suspense is Killing Me, which will be +1. Wait, do I want to do that? Yeah, so actually, before I do that, I think I need to filter out a few cards in my hand. Tear Asunder, and then we will play The Suspense is Killing Me. This is probably a mistake, but it does. Choose a damage source, we'll do Boom Grenade. That's fine. Okay, so then you can move to your arsenal step. I did see some really cool stuff, but I will talk about what I saw when we were... Okay, if the 3 or more auras of suspense have left the arena this turn, when this hits a hero, take an extra turn. This next end phase. Wow, okay, so what does this one do? This enters or leaves the arena, the crowd cheers you. Play this, pitch that, arsenal the pummel. I think maybe that's the right move. We shall see. We'll go play this, pitch that. We shall see if this is the right move. I'm not so sure. This is a deck this is the first time I'm trying it. I didn't even get to play any Pallades during pre-release because I did not get lucky enough to open a Pallades pool, as you probably saw on the meme that I made on the Flesh and Blood subreddit. If you if anyone saw that. So then the crowd will now cheer me. I will get a confidence token. That's fantastic. Then we will go ahead and we could just swing Moment Maker. That is true. Maybe that's what we do here. We swing Moment Maker for 5. Fantastic, because we don't want to lose the +1 damage off of the suspense. Then we will move to end, and we will hope for a good attack next turn. Move that to Arsenal. Not bad. This attacks a hero if you have less life than them. The crowd cheers me. If you've been cheered this turn, this gets when this is here. You may play an Aura of Suspense from my graveyard. How good am I to just take that? When this leaves or enters the battlefield, that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and go in the palm of my hand, pitching. Fantastic. So I will get to draw a card off of that, move a counter, remove the counter from there, put it on the suspense. And then, this is where I wish I had the one that gives me 1 resource, because this could have been so cool. Instead, I am just going to take a lot of damage here. Which is what I want to do, because I can fall down to less health. Fantastic. Ooh, second Boom Grenade. Okay. Teklo Heart. Interesting. And Goliath Gauntlet. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll go 3, 6. Sorry. 4. And then I don't want to block with that. Yeah, I think we'll block 7 here. Fantastic. We'll see if that's right. 1 card, no pitch. Most they can send is a 0 for 4 or shoot me for 2. We will take the 2. We will get to draw a card off of in the palm of your hand. And then we can do this, which will allow me to play that from the banish zone, which is pretty good. Let's go ahead. We will then do... I am not going to pummel here, right? Because then it allows me... Well, if I pummel here, that puts me down to 1 resource. Huh. Listen, I'm just trying it out. I'm not trying to steal your thunder. We are just going to let this hit as it is to try and... Hey, this way, Burst, you can criticize me playing now. See? That's how it works. I play the heroes y'all play instead of the heroes I play, so I can play them Vlad, and then that way I can farm engagement. Nah. See, it's all about farming engagement. We are going to do, in the palm of your hand, pitching that. That will let me draw a card immediately. And I wish I had a blue for that, but I don't. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. I'm going to get criticized either way, just like I know I made a major mistake here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are then going to regretfully sit here with this card just sitting in my hand because I don't know how to play this hero at all. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so then we've got Met X coming at me. So I think what I'm going to do is activate Pallades to move the counter back to the suspense, because I would like to draw a card here. Pummel. Pummel's in the arsenal. So I'm farming for an attack right now. I mean, I guess I could pummel the Moment Maker at the moment, which maybe... Nah, that's not a good one. We'll take the 8 damage here to get back to lower health. Fantastic. And that is an... Yeah. I mean, I didn't put a bad card in the arsenal. For that, I am positive. And then you are a Cerebellum, cranking, playing... Okay. Interesting. You're getting items everywhere. Going to then activate Backup Protocol Red, I assume. Get a 0 cost. Oh, no, yeah. Heist is a good choice. And then with Heist on the field, we are going to go 2, 3, 4, 5. Prevent the on-hit of Heist. Don't need the toughness tokens. I don't think they're worth it in this matchup. At least not here, because that Boom Grenade is going to pop, and then they're going to shoot me for 2, which is fine. We are not going to block that. I will then go ahead and move, because, wait. Actually, if I play this now... we could do that into Superstar, but I already have Superstar out, so I don't have a reason to use Superstar. So I'm just going to take the shot. Oh yeah, I forgot that you had multi-action points here. That's fair. Okay. Jeez, just shoot me with your pistol every time you can, huh? Just the shots keep on coming. Okay, so here we go. We are going to do Superstar first. It doesn't matter. Command and Conquer is a good one, because I have a pummel. So we are going to go this into this, hoping for a better draw than what I currently have. That's a good card. I think I'm going to keep that for the arsenal, though. Just because I don't need it right now. So then we will do Command and Conquer, pitching this. I do have a Confidence token, so you can only block with up to 2 cards. That's fine. We are getting the crown, and we love getting the crown. The crown is always fun to get, because we're just going to pummel that CNC. Okay, doesn't matter. I am going to keep this hat because I think I want to keep it for when I actually have a What Happens Next in play, to keep that around for a little bit. So I'm not going to be playing the What Happens Next because yet until my next turn, unless I really need it on their turn, because I'd rather keep the tokens counters, whatchamacallit. Then we're going to move to the end of turn. Put that on the bottom of my deck, put that in my arsenal. Fantastic. We have some pretty... You have less life than the attacking hero. Well, it looks like I'm probably going to have less life than the attacking hero in a second. So... Fantastic. So I think we're good to just go ahead and say... Oh, can we move this up for a second? So that's got 2, that's got 1. I wish I could move more than 1 counter at this time, because a CNC right here for a lot would be nice. So what we're gonna say is tunic resource. Oh, undo block. Sorry, no blocks. Let it pass. Fantastic. Resource. Throw out. Yeah, I goofed. Cancel. Shoot, can't do that. Okay. So then we're gonna have to figure out how to use that resource correctly. I goofed a lot. Well, maybe not so much. Because I can just go, okay, we'll just play out the Act of Glory. And then instead of doing what I wanted to do, I will go ahead and move the suspense counter from in the palm of your hands. That way I get the one resource into suspense. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm learning. I'm figuring it out. And that way, if he does a big attack, like a 6 or a 5 even, I can just say, hey, here's 5 block. I'm happy. Kinda. Yeah, I know. Cerebellum processor. Achilles accelerator for that action point. Let's see what they get. Teklo Foundry Heart. Interesting. They are down. Okay, so they're coming in for 4. I think we just go no blocks, because if they get, well, they may strip every card out of my hand this turn, which is always a shame. What are the new gauntlets? They're in here, right? No. So these are move a suspense counter. Those might be good in this matchup. Okay, so that's 2 boosts. We are expecting a 3rd boost, but right. 4, 3. We'll do, and then you've got 1 more coming. We'll just try and stay alive here. Take 1 damage. That's fine. Refuse the pay. Yeah, we're not going to pay that. I don't pay the Dangeld. Because if you pay the Dangeld, you don't like the head? I think that's pretty cool. And then we knew this was what was going to be coming. So we can block 6 total off of both the tunic and the turning point. And then we go down to 1. Okay. So I do have overconfidence, which sucks. Oh, because of cerebellum, it should have been. Yeah, you are 1,000% right. That would have been the right choice here. We will go ahead and do a what happens next into a moment maker for 6, because essentially the moment maker here is the exact same as a CNC. Oh, no, it's 7. Wait, what? Because +1 off of what? It attacks for... Oh, the suspense is killing me. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so then we will go ahead and move on to Arsenal. Well, let's go ahead and put a counter on the suspense is killing me to prevent it from blowing up next turn, if I can survive. Cool. Man, I am trying. Okay, 0 to 60 for 3. Block. What is the right move here? Blue block 3. Cool. sucks. I'm going to go ahead and Oasis Respite this. Pitching... Oh yeah, it was free! It's free, of course! It's free! Doi? Oh my god. What? Good game. Good game. Dang. Okay. I did not think that they were going to have the maximum V right after a maximum V turn. Whew. Okay, so let's go ahead and reset the loss counter. Yeah. That is, in fact, really sad, but we did good. You want to see what I got from the new set? I want to show off some things. Hold on. We're here because I want to show some things. So, the first and foremost, I opened a full art Flick Knives. And I thought this was the best thing I could have opened. This is the exact card I wanted, I guess. I have, obviously, Flick Knives. Now I have 3. But CF, RF, and this one, Extended RF. So if anyone's looking for a Rainbow Foil Flick Knives... What did you get? What did you get? I saw my friend, Andrew Cook, who plays for the Card Guys, open up the... I don't want to pronounce it wrong, but the Marvel Alt Pallades. That was crazy. What did you get, Burst? You took the bait, man. You took the bait. I also got this today. I had some packs left over from the pre-release, and this is Rainbow Foil, not Cold Foil, so it's only subpar. But I got the Fabled, and I was so excited. Not sure if I'm going to sell it or play it. Need to decide. We're going to test that out tonight to see if this is good in Arachne Mario or not. Yeah, I know, man. Every Dory player currently hates me. I screamed when I opened this up. I was during the workday. I was trying to get the video edited. I was trying to also, finish up with some work stuff. And I just needed a break, and I needed to reward myself. And this is what I get for finishing the video out and putting it out today. I know I put it out a few hours late. Wasn't exactly noon. But, I was very happy with that. Nothing else super amazing. Few Majestics here. Few good additions to the Pallades pool. But it was the second coolest thing I saw open this weekend. The first being the Alt Art Marvel Pallades. That is insane. And if you haven't seen it in person, it is one of the most beautiful cards they've ever printed. Without a doubt. Moving on, we are going to go back. We did lose our first game. I want to try one more game, although I do want to consider... These are just Temper 1, right? Blade Break 1. Imagine if they made a Temper card that has 1 attack defense. Honestly, that felt good. That would feel good going into Dio, but that also feels like, nice, I got pre-release this Thursday. Just because they didn't want to overlap with the MTG pre-release, which, like, fair. That'll be my 3rd pre-release. I went 2-1 in both of them. We'll go back to main camera real fast. So, we'll talk about my first pre-releases. My, one on... Wait, what day was that? Saturday. Level Up Johns Creek. Was also Tough Nut. Yeah. Tough Nut is good. I mean, if you play into a Tough Nut like I did twice, and I won against both Tough Nuts, all you have to do is go first, and you just fatigue them to death. It's the only thing that will really get you as Tough Nut is bully tactics, and that's a Majestic. One person did open the bully tactics, and it killed a tough nut. And it was very, very funny to see that. I was a they were playing obviously Eliath, and they had like I think it was like 18 damage bully tactics, pay 3 to remove your hand, and you just can't do anything against that. That just feels bad as tough nut. That just makes you a little bit sad being triple intimidated off of that. That card's so good. I love that card. Bully. I literally opened one of those today too. Oh yeah, earlier talking about Spider-Man, I'm drinking out a Spider-Man bottle. It's mostly because of spiders in Mario. It just kind of works, okay? It just kind of works. What else? What else happened? Then the other day, yesterday, I played KO, and that was fun. I played him into a Pallades, and it felt bad. It felt pretty bad to just... I got steamrolled that game, but I won the other 2 games. The first one because it was a tough nut, and I knew, like, okay, I know this is a fatigue matchup, and in that, I just went the mindset, I have to be presenting damage to rip more cards out of their hand. Yes! Yes! Yes, it does. It does. When they open Encore, they do. That does really hurt. And then my last game, I think, was it a mirror match, or was it into Eliath? Oh my god, I don't remember. Anyway, I just remember winning. I was having a fun time with some friends, you know. The thing I love about pre-release events, especially for big ones like this, is it brings out... Nice! It brings out a lot of people who don't usually show up on Armory events every single day. Oh, wait, why is that? That can't be right. So, it was great to see a lot of people who I haven't seen in a little bit just don't make it out to as many Armory events. And it's just good for the community, and I love seeing that almost all of my local armories, and especially the one on Sunday, which had, there were 2 competing armories on Sunday. There are my locals. But I think that's just, for this one specifically, because it was, like I said, because it tied with the release of another set in a different card game, it just happened to just not be the best and most crowded event. I mean, time-wise, not, yeah. Yeah, that's how you do it. You just do yellow and red 6s, and then red cards that cost 2, and you just steamroll. It's fun. Tough Nut's easy to build around, but also really fun to play with. I'm not sure if I'd like him in CC at all, but he was definitely the most unique hero, I feel. I mean, once again, I have not played Eliath at all. I want to, but I have not yet. What else was fun? Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, it's also like when you see a non-6, you just block with it to remove it from the deck permanently. I mean, you're blocking a lot with Tough Nut anyway, because the idea is either block 1 or 2 cards, send 6 to 7 damage, pass Arsenal, keep the train rolling. I did find myself a few times... I think I defensively tough nutted just to get just to get the crowd to cheer me, so that way I could then get a benefit of a block. But I know that's not what you're supposed to do. But in that matchup, I've actually found some actually good ideas doing that. Good times to do that. We are going to go ahead and change the music to the action playlist. Something? Why is it no longer coming through? Did my headset just die? I had it muted for some reason on my end. My bad, y'all. So I don't know what I did there. Technology. Weird. Weird. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I also had that one. Okay, we're gonna go back into another game of okay, that's not right. I don't want the game name to be the deck list. I mean, it can be. It doesn't matter. But I understand. Okay, so we are going to go back into Pallades. Give her another shot. I liked playing her. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Good luck, have fun. We are putting in the Crush the Weeks. And we will take out... What do I take out? I guess we'll take these out, and we will put in a third pummel. We'll give this a shot. Hi, everyone over on YouTube. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, so that was Crazy Pulls. It's really funny because I pulled the Flick Knives out of a box that I did open at the event, and then I pulled the Fabled out of a pre-release pack that I had extra from the end. Completely bonkers. So we'll go in the palm of your hand, tear asunder. And then see what we draw. Pretty good. Then we'll do Hungry for More. Yeah, I'm hoping you get some really good cold foils, man. We are going to remove a counter from here and put it on Hungry for More. Just keep it there. Perfect. Add a suspense counter to, or pass. I am going to put it on Hungry for More. I don't have to, but I'm interested to just see because I want to try. I have every one of the contract ones, so that's what I'm happy about. Hold on, let me get those. I got all three, non-foil unfortunately. Those will come later. I'm sure about it. But I got all three Hunter or Hunted, and I love that. Rublade, Gravy, and Take the Bait. Yeah, but at least the Bait was foil. But this was like one of the few things I actually severely really cared about. Interesting that I'm getting a block from the Codex. Not what I would expect. We will always take that though, and then we'll move to Crisis? Cries in Encore. That could have been good. We'll see. We'll see what I draw. We've got the What Happens Next. If I can do What Happens Next, it really would all depend on what I draw. Okay, so this is the 3 Go Again. It's 3 Go Again, Go Again. And then 5 Go Again. Seven. Okay, so just 7. Is there a reason not to just do block with this early, then take 5 to go down to 35, which will put me in the back end of life, which is where I want to be, and then let's see what we can get. Off, come on, be a blue. Be a blue. I need a blue for this to work how I want it to work. It is a blue. So we will do What Happens Next. We will then go ahead and play this for 1. We will then go ahead and play out Cries of Encore, which wouldn't be bad. Pitching the tensions in the air. Then I can transfer over the tensions of the air here. I think that is probably the right choice here. Because then I can also get the confidence token. Which means the boulder drop will come in for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Come on, you have to know a Riptide player. Okay, fantastic. We are crowd. We have been sheared. when this defends and attack, okay, cool. I wasn't giving it more or less. Fantastic. No trigger from that. And then this will hit. I will be able to play that from it, but I forgot that that's what happens when that hits. I wish I could play that this turn. We shall see what... Yeah, I know. I know. That was a mistake. I should have played around that hitting. That's not like it comes in for free, right? Yeah, that would be too strong. That's fine. We will then go ahead to Pallades, move the counter from Tensions in the Air, and put it specifically on... Yeah, they seem very, very, very balanced. I have not thought that the Majestics in the set were crazy broke. Oh, come on, game. So this is going to cost 2. And then if I wanted to pummel, which I can't, so I guess the answer is going to be CNC for 1, Tunic pummel. That's fine, I guess. And this is going to come in for 6. This is going to come in for 7. Ah. I'll get the frailty because... Yeah, I know, right? That's why the comment on every stream is reading a card explains the card, because I clearly don't know how to read. Oh, yeah, price. Well, I mean, the set's brand new. I'm going to give it until after pre-release, like a week after the full release, to really see how much cards go up and down in price. This is crazy that I have... Okay, load in an arrow. Yep, that's a good one. Take the 5. Okay. Snaps? Oh, come on. Come on! I needed a double Arsenal turn from you this turn. Oh. That's fine. And then, let me guess, Codex of Frailty? If it's Codex of Frailty, that's going to be hilarious. It's going to be a Codex of Frailty turn. No, just an Arsenal. Okay. Oh. Oh. Jeez Louise. Huh. Okay, so that's 5. Makes things a little bit worse, because this is now not coming in for 7. I'm going to do block 4. Yeah, that's fine. We are not going to pay into that. I'm not entirely sure where it gets +1 from. Oh, the bullseye bracers. Yeah. Okay, boots of the boards, gets -1, breaks. Arsenal is a boulder drop, and that is what I am setting, unfortunately. Okay, so here we go. Tunic tick. Boulder drop. For 10. With a confidence token, mind you. With a confidence token. Now, I did get their Buzzsaw trap, right? Yeah. So, I think the thing that I'm most afraid of is them going, okay, no on-hit effect. Where did I put my phone? Is it under my binder? It's under my binder. Okay. There we go. So, 14 damage total. Discard 2 cards. Well, discard 1 card, put 1 card on the bottom of your, on top of your deck. Okay, we got a drill shot, and the card that goes on top is We Will Never Know. I wish you got to know, but you do not. Here we go. We will go ahead and move the Aura of Suspense from Hungry for More to What Happens Next. Well, I thought if he did keep an Arsenal that last turn, it would have been amazing. But yeah, it's going to be hard to hit. Yeah, oh, Trench. Yeah, that's true. This is going to come in for 5, so let's just go ahead and play Hungry for More. I wish I could Arsenal this, but with what he's sending me, I think I'm going to have to send it as damage. I mean, I can always pitch it. So that's true. That is true. Unless he doesn't have a valid attack, which is probably not the case here. Rain Razors for 7. 3, 6, 7. Yeah, but then I don't really have a return. We could just... That's a card that he gets right back. I really want to limit the Rain Razor's hit. Maybe it is right to just take this and then play those and swing for 7 back. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I forgot about Trench's ability, and that's why I made a mistake last time. Okay. This will have 1. This will have 2. These will have 2. Suspense is killing me. Superstar. No, I got hit with an inertia. And this is going to come in for enough. Oh yeah, you mean blocking then, yeah. But that would have taken both pieces of equipment left because the Suspense is killing me only blocks for 2. And I would have had to do Tunic, Gauntlets of Iron Will, Suspense is killing me, and Superstar. Yeah, but I don't know if it's right to give Tunic there yet. I've got overconfidence again. Yeah, but then also I wouldn't have been able to get out the Aura board either. Anything amazing? Nah, not bad. Ravenous Rabble for 3! Nope, it's 4. It's always 4. let's see what I can do in response. This is coming in for 5. Go again. We will just block with Turning Point. I now have 3 confidence tokens. That's too many confidence tokens. Okay. That stinks. Anything I can do at all to prevent losing the pummel? Nope. So pummel's getting blocked with to save life here. And we will go ahead and keep that how it is. Okay, so we're going to gain 3 life here. We're going to send Boulder Drop for 8. We're then going to move the suspense counter from Superstar onto what happens next. Maybe. Maybe I'm just not used to playing this type of Guardian yet. Oh, this isn't on shuffle. That was the issue. Doi. Let's see what they want to do. Yeah, I know. He's getting a lot of damage off that Endless. True. Maybe not. Not if he blocks with that. And then we're also going to break Tiara to get a +1 on the one that increases damage. And if I feel like that's a mistake, I'll just move it later. But it'll give me the flexibility to have more to work with. Okay, sink below, palm of your hand. Okay, not bad, not bad. I have a few things I can do here, so that's going to be for 7, which is fine because I'm going to be able to block that. So we're going to go 3, then we're going to go pass. We are then going to go what happens next as an instant, which will make the first card I cast 2 less, and then if that works how I think it works, that should be free. Fantastic. Then we are going to go ahead and move the counter from the card that lets me draw a card next turn over to one of the ones that gives me extra resources. Yeah, not bad. There we go. And then we'll de-react. And I'm actually going to keep that because it's a blue, and the worst case scenario allows me to swing Moment Maker. Sweet. Scar for a Scar for 4. Yeah. See, there's always an attack if you believe. Burst, always. Even if I don't use it now, I can send Dig in for 6. But honestly, this is just better because it's at least damage. It allows me to play Superstar at instant speed depending on what my next hand is, as well as move counters needed if necessary. So, just Moment Maker for 7. Okay. Not bad, I said, with no attacks. Yep. Fantastic. Moment Maker hits, I get cheered. I am saving this as not to get cheer me, really, but more to move counters around if needed. And that way he doesn't know what I have. Okay. Let's see what you're sending at me. 3, 4, 5. So this is just a block 6. What you got, buddy? Blood Rot, so I'm going to need block 9. And an Endless. So then we can put the 1 here. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, it's not the best. But it full blocks. Then we can go ahead and go. I wish that I had a way to do 3 auras next turn. I do have a way to do 3, 4 auras next turn. It is sad to see that one go, but we'll be fine. And then on his turn, Confidence will break, which will allow me to play Superstar, create the extra confidence for the following turn, and send Moment Maker in for 7 again. There we go. No blocks. Riptide Inertia Trap, so I will take 1 and get an Inertia token. Not the first time, it's whenever. That's crazy. That's fine. I'm fine with an inertia token at the moment. Moment Maker hits. I get 2 confidence tokens. Everything will untap. And then let's see what I get. There's a funny hand that I would love right now. This is not the funny hand. It's not a bad hand either. 4 damage. Lock 3, take 1. Let's see what I got. Yep. Coming in for... Oh, quite not the worst, actually. We are going to move it from this Superstar over to what's happened next. Eight, which stinks because okay, so in that case we go Tunic. Into 7 block. I should have moved it onto the Suspense is Killing Me. Ah, well. Yeah, that's a flib on my part. Because it's going to come in for 5. Oof. Which means he can take 1 damage and go down to 1 and still have a full hand to send my way. Okay, like I said, still have full hand. And the what happens next will break. We are actually not going to bother. Is that coming in for 4 or 3? It's always 4. We are just going to go Sink Below. They all block for 3, so we'll put that on the bottom. And, well, not good. Not good at all, actually. I was cheered last turn. But it does mean I can send my axe for 4, which is always fun. So plus 3, and then if that is just a simple 3, I'm happy. If not, it is a 4. It is a 4 indeed. Oof. We'll take 2, go to 1, then it's 1-1, and I'm just going to swing Moment Maker for 4, which means that it won't trigger any traps, so I'm okay with that. Oh yeah, the Ponder. I thought that was the one that destroys my arsenal. Never mind. This may have been game. Oof. Okay, so Ponder pops. They get their arsenal of choice, and I will send this in for 4. Okay, so where did I make a mistake here? Obviously that last attack I should have prevented. There's a few... okay, wow. Return fire. Alright, it's been fun, y'all. because you have an arsenal. I don't think you can actually trigger that. So you are coming in currently for 6. And then let's see what you got. Oh, wow. Okay. So if it's a 4, it's game. Yeah, there it is. I can only block 12. Good game. I mean, the obvious answer of where I messed up in Burst is 1000% right was when I had just refused to block out the first Endless Arrow. I should have definitely blocked that out. Ooh, that was close. I thought I wasn't playing too bad, but maybe outside of that, I think I could have played a little bit better. More differently, I guess. Maybe not necessarily better. But very much like her. Very... Oh, I should have called this Silk Song. That would have been funny, because Silk Song and music and... Yeah. Okay, so let's go to my deck list. Let's go look at this deck real fast. Okay, you know what? I did miss it. Everyone boo this man. I think I'm going to edit this to put one of these in the inventory. And we are going to go... What is the name of the card? I have it, so I can look it up. Authority. I forgot what this was called. And we are going to put the Authority in here. See how that works against decks. You know what I could have also done? Instead... Nope, wrong card. Wrong card. Where is... There it is. Okay. Wrong color. Inventory. And then... We will put this in a maybe inventory because there are some decks that technically don't run a lot of D-Reacts. So we're going to just try out my favorite deck. And we're going to go into no restrictions again. I accept. I actually don't know if the base version has all the new cards in it yet. So I'm just going to keep playing off of the no restrictions. Yeah, but that was an insane pool. I can't... If y'all haven't seen this card, it is amazing. Once again, I don't know if it's amazing in gameplay. I guess I'm about to figure that out. But the art on this, looks very similar to... And I know the ring light probably makes this look awful right now. Hold on, let me see if I can. There you go. There's the other cards that we can look at. Why am I so directionally challenged? Yeah. Anyway, the ring light is just awful. It's great. It's great for making me look good, but it's awful for trying to demo cards. So I gotta do what Simon has and get like that second setup, but I would need a second camera for that, and we'll work on that later. But I think that the new card is fun. The new deck is fun. Oh, we got someone. Let's go back. It is Eliath. Ooh, good luck and have fun, my friend. Eliath doesn't run D-Reacts because they would be halved and won't get the bonus. I also put in the wrong item again. Whoops. I'm hoping that that's okay. I'm not going to cheat using that. Not a lot of go again. A lot of buff. And then you do some pretty big attacks. So let's put those in. And I'm just going to say good luck and have fun. I don't know if Liath runs a lot of reactions. I imagine they do, but we're going to learn it the hard way. And then finally, I will take out a singular inertia. We'll try this. Okay. So we are going to start by crying because this hand is awkward. I mean, the good news about the Ramparts of the Ram's Head is even if you block with it, my daggers are just going to get +1, so I'm not too afraid of that. I think we are just going to do Hunter's Clave. That's cool. Attention grabbers. Nice. And we are getting battered broken. We are going to flick the second Hunter's Clay for now. Just get that early mark. Fantastic. Orb Weaver Spinneret. Orb Weaver Spinneret. Savor Bloodshed. Graphene Calycera for a Hecton. I forgot that Calycera does not have piercing, so I retract my previous statement. And then pitch and activate Lyeth. We're going to sneak in 3 damage and draw a card off of the top of my deck. Trigger those in that order. And then, yeah, we'll just get in 1 more damage. Just get in that 5 points of damage, turn 0. No Arsenal, that does stink, but that's fine. Alright, Lyeth, you got your might. Attack me! Let me inertia trap you. Where's the no problem message? No problem. There we go. Creates 3 mites. Trying to set up for next turn. +3 to my your next attack. Three, create a confidence in a might token. That's fine. Because I'm just going to inertia trap to try and mess up any arsenal you might be planning on keeping for next turn. There we go. Then we are going to start by daggering you for 1. God, the Marble Lyeth is so cool. I'm glad I see this now, and that's just a stone lion head and not the lion that he has in his young hero art, because that would have been sad. Okay. So you are going to block that for 2. I hate that. Then we are going to just come in for a Kiss of Death for 3. Arsenal that. Booze into Lyeth. Into +3, so 5, 6, 7 is already quite a lot. And this is for 13. What does my next turn look like? Dagger. Hope it hits. Pain in the backside if it doesn't. Hope it hits. Flick the Calycera before that hits. No, definitely not flicking the Calycera before it hits. Okay, we'll take 13. We're gonna try that. This is probably very greedy. Savor Bloodshed. Hunter's Glaive. The giant and the artwork. I love when Fab adds more and more fantasy races to their game. So cool. I love the inclusion of more and more fantasy races. It's just such a cool thing. So keep it up. LSS, keep adding fantasy races, man. I want more fantasy race heroes. Okay, you're going to edge of their seats. And then this is going to block for... This gives me +1. This will block for 3. Let's see if they get to keep this hand. So this is going to block for 6. Lithe ability. Yep. Cool. Then we're going to do a pain in the backside. Okay. The pain in the backside is going to hit. The dagger is going to poke you. You are now going to become marked. I will then Orb Weaver Spinneret into Mark of the Black Widow. I will also... if I flick the knife, the mark falls off. You won't discard a card. So we're just going to let that hit, so that way the go again will resolve. And then we will come in for a measly 1. Fantastic. No reactions, no blocks. Lets me draw... Oh, you weren't marked. Doy. Yeah, of course. You know, it does help if you read it. So I assume 0 cost, 11, 4 more damage, discard a card. So how much can I block here? Three, 4, 5. Then I would need, and these are all 2 blocks. Take 11, discard Command and Conquer. Up, sticks and run, into flick, into dagger, dagger. Okay, so this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This will put me at the low. So we're going to go ahead and risk it for the biscuit. Discard a CNC. Up, sticks and run. Tunic Tick. Graphing Calycera. So this is currently 12 damage on the board. And a mark. But it really would all depend on what card I draw. So that's going to be 4 block. So I am actually just going to keep the to the point for the arsenal. And then we are going to scar tissue this. Next attack gets +2. No, because I already played it. That's fine, though. We will block with Mask of Deceit. This is an assassin attack. This is whenever a card defends this, clash with the defender, the winner creates a might token. Card for... Okay, so this is coming in for 6. Threatening clash that he will almost definitely win to generate a might token. If I still think the loss of the chance of a might whenever a card defends this. Okay, cool. So, no. Yeah. And then I will choose Tarantula with this hand. Right, because my arsenal is pick up the point. Tarantula would give me 1, 2... 3 points of value. Not enough. You've got to be threatening the hand. I've got to be threatening the hand here. It's not enough. It's not nearly enough. Okay, so now we can go Graphing Calicera, pitching an Orb Weaver Spinneret. Yep. Triggering Black Widow and playing To the Point. Now, unfortunately, I can't. That's going to be 2 for the swing, then 1 for the second attack. If Tunic was up, I'd be incredibly happy, but Tunic is not currently up. Okay, so you are doing Leave Them Hanging to intimidate a card on me. I'm okay with that, assuming that the Shred is the card that's intimidated. If it is not the Shred, things are going to be a little more awkward. Okay. Okay, perfect. We're in business. We can work with this. Can I work with this? No, because I needed the Shred for the pitch. Oh, come on, you can't. Guys, that feels weird. It's okay. No problem. I could shred the Arcanite Skullcap. That is true. We're just going to keep playing as if... Okay, so it does hit the same card, which is good. And then it removes a card from your hand. There we go. Then we're going to do Dagger. Flick the Calicera. Get that extra bonus point of damage. And then move to End Step. I needed the... I didn't think I would need it, but I did. Okay, how much are you coming in for? Lethal? Exactly lethal. Block with CNC. Thank God that this card did not pop yet. Oof, that could have been bad. Okay, so now we are going to start with this. Not displaying what I have. Just coming in for 1. Threatening. So you're buffing it up by 2. Okay, yep, I'm fine with that. Then we're going to do Orb Weaver Spinneret. And then come in for 5. So this is currently going to come over by, so I'm assuming he will probably Rampart, pitching a blue, activating Lithe, so this is going to come in for holding the Lithe activation. Going to do +3 in Tarantula Toxin, reducing the block on the Imposing Vigor. Now, if you Lithe here, I do think it still blocks for 1. I don't know, and I'm very intrigued by how that would work, because it gives it -3, Goliath activation. So this should block for 2. And then I'm just going to flick a knife at you just to make sure that I can still kill you if you block. If you somehow get one more block. Sweet! Okay, we finally got it. We have a win. I'm going to say good game to them. Because always be nice to your opponents. And it is almost 7 o'clock. So I think I am going to wrap it up here. Thank you all for being here today. I hope that you had a great time. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. And if you are looking for more Fab content, I believe at 7 o'clock, AgroBlaze will be streaming on Twitch. So please jump over there to join that. But as for myself, I am logging off. If you have not checked out the video, I posted a Grand Adventure, which is the next part of the Flesh and Blood lore. So please go enjoy that if you can. But thank you very much for stopping by, and I will see you all next time. Bye.